I am the creator of craftfairplanner.com. It's a space for artists and artisans to track their craft fairs, their craft markets, their farm markets, you name it, in a way that feels easy and calm and, work with our brains and not against it. And today I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what the project is about, what the website is about, how you can use Craft Fair Planner to help you during your craft fair season. So this is the main dashboard, and in here you will see several lanes. Each one of these lanes means one state for your market. So it can go from interested to applying, applied, waitlisted, accepted, etc., etc. And the way it works is you create a new market and then you will track it over time, right? I want to say that the main differential of Craft Fair Planner is it is based on actions, because while it is useful to know where a market is, even more useful than that is know what's the next step, what's the next action you can take for that specific market. So let's start by creating a new market. Let's say I can come here to the top and click Add Fair. And here, the only thing you need is a name. So let's call it Platypus Fair. That's it. All you need is a name. If you enter a name, you can save for later. That's it. As you can see, it was put it automatically in the interested lane. Here is Platypus Fair, sorry. And right out of the gate, you see it's saying missing date, and it says add an application deadline. That means while you can track your fair, your market with only the name, when it truly starts to shine is when you add dates to it, and we will see it in a moment. So let's say Platypus Fair, we can come here to schedule and fee, and we have a timeline. Because right now we don't have any dates set, so the timeline is not very useful, right? So let's say the application starts next week, and the application deadline is from the 20th to the 25th. Done. I will save my changes. And now you will see that the Platypus Fair changed its status here, because before it was saying missing date, now it says due soon. And then it will tell you applications open July 20. Review market details, right? Why do we need to review the market details? Because we need to know a bit more about this market. We need to know more about this fair, right? So if we come back here to the schedule and fee, we will see application opens on July 20. We have a marker here saying that today is July the 14th, and between application opens and application deadline, we have 5 days, right? Let's assume that the application deadline is on the 16th. And let's edit this one as well, because it doesn't make sense for the application, for one application to be after the other. Now, you will see the Platypus Fair here. It says now due soon, in 2 days, July 16, and then it will tell you decide whether to apply. This is an action we need to make, right? This is a decision we need to make. Are we applying for this fair? Are we leaving it? So this is what the system will tell you. Hey, look, for this specific fair, this is what you need to do, right? The next thing you need to do for this fair is decide if you are applying or not. Let's say you decide to apply, and then you will say, okay, I will decide to apply. I figure out that the fee is 150 for a table. There you go. And I will start my application. Let's say I started my application, so I will change the status for this fair from interested to applying. And you'll see we'll change lanes in the background. There you go. So Platypus Fair, it is now on the applying lane. Due soon, in 2 days, July 16, submit application. So the system is telling you what is the next action I need to take for this fair, for this specific market, for this specific farms market. And the next action you need to take is to submit the application. So let's say you come here and you submitted the application, right? So we will move this to applied. Let's suppose I applied, I went to the organizer's website, I applied, everything is fine. So I applied. Platypus Fair is now on the applied lane and is telling me there's a missing date. Next action, add an event start date, because we only added the application dates. We don't have a start date for the fair, right? We don't have anything, as you can see here on the card, we don't have anything for this fair telling us when this fair is. So let's fix that. So let's go to the schedule and fee, and you have here fair starts. Let's add the fair dates. Let's say that the fair starts on the 16th and it finishes on the 23rd. Let's say it's a big fair. It's a 1 week fair, right? Let's save. And then now I have Platypus Fair and I have the dates for the fair. Oops, sorry. I have the dates for the fair on top of the card. So we always know when the fair is happening, when the market is happening. And then now I applied for this fair. I know where the date is, sorry. And the next action is watch for a response, because we need to be accepted to this fair. Let's suppose that we have been accepted. We have been accepted, great. So accepted Platypus Fair, I'm sorry. In 2 days, July 16, pay the booth fee. What is that? Why should I pay the booth fee? Because in theory, the fair starts on the 16th and we need to pay the fee, right? Like, even if I don't have a due date, the system is assuming that the due date for the fee is, you know, the date that the fair will start. But let's say that it's tomorrow. Let's save it. Let's go back to there. So now it's saying Platypus Fair, due soon, in 1 day, July 15, pay the booth fee. And so on and so forth. You will then pay the fees. You will move it to the paid column, and then after the fair, the market is completed, you move it to completed. And then you have skip next time and rejected. So for example, if you apply to any fairs and it has been rejected, you just move it here. So you'll give you no next action. And then you have skip next time, where you can keep a sort of history of all the fairs you applied, and that wasn't a great fair. I don't know, it was kind of weird, I didn't like it. So you can keep your private notes on this fair. So everything is in one place that is easy for you to find. If you want, and all of this is optional, if you want, you can add an organizer, location, and you can add links for the fair and everything. And of course, if you want, you can delete the fair. What happens when you have all these dates set up is the system will give you some warnings, some alerts. So it will telling you, for example, the application deadline is today for the MMM. I mean, it was on July 12th, right? So the system will tell you, hey, look, you have this thing to look at. On top of that, we have these filters here on the side that you can filter all the fairs and all the markets you have on your board for, oh, let me see everything that is overdue, that is past deadlines. So it will give you a list and it will tell you the board is filtered by attention overdue. And you have 6 fairs shown. So you have all these fairs listed here. So you have, for example, one payment due, which is the Platypus Fair. So it's due soon, so it's this week. So we know that we have to pay the booth fee for one fair. Let's say, for example, which ones do I need to prepare for that are starting soon? And by chance, it's the Platypus Fair as well. And on top of that, if you don't want to use these filters here, you can search for fairs. Let's imagine you have several fairs, so you can start typing Platy and you find you the Platypus Fair, and you can do whatever you want, whatever you need about it. That's basically it. I am still working on the project. I am still implementing new things. The French translation is coming for all of you artisans in Quebec. And I am working on some really cool new features, but this is the basics of it. This is what I wanted to put out to help artisans and to help artists to really organize their fairs and their markets and everything. Because as an artist myself, I felt this pain. I would try to keep a board. I would try to keep it, things on my Google Calendar or something like this, and it was always kind of complicated because it's not always easy to be organized. And I really hope this little tool I am putting out will help you stay organized. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any questions or any suggestions, please use the feedback link or send me an email or send me an Instagram message, whatever, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you very much and happy organizing!